Hello everybody, and today is still February 26th, 2008, and I just wanted to talk about some more movies, mostly because I've been watching a lot lately, mostly because I've had the time. Anyway, a couple of the movies I want to talk about are really old, and apparently I think pretty obscure, and the other one I felt like I didn't want to totally gyp you all on the new movie experience, so one of the newer movies I watched was I Am Legend. And I don't think that's coming out for a little while. I think maybe about a month, but I was able to watch it early. Anyway, so the big movies I want to go through today. The first one is Great Teacher Onizuka, also known as GTO, Poolhall Junkies, and I Am Legend. So anyway, GTO. Let's just jump right in, and stands for Great Teacher Onizuka. Now, this movie is actually a movie based on a Japanese anime. And this anime is basically the basic premise behind this anime is there's this teacher who has very, very unorthodox methods, and he teaches a high school classroom. He doesn't really teach about any normal subjects. He just teaches about life. And when you watch the movie, it very much reflects the anime. The only big issue I felt in comparison was that the anime, I think, develops characters a lot more, but that goes without saying only because the anime is like 40 some odd episodes long, and the movie is only 2 hours, so I don't think that's quite necessarily a fair claim. But the movie itself, as a standalone movie, if you like, it is a Japanese movie, and it's foreign, so if you're looking for English sub, I'm not sure if it's out there. If it is, then I didn't watch it that way, because usually the voice acting is pretty bad. So we won't go there. But anyway, so the actual movie itself is actually pretty good. I liked it a lot. Thought it was pretty good. Witty humor. There's a few things that I felt that weren't that great, but only because I think I'm biased and I'm comparing it to the anime. So I think I'm trying to be objective about it, and I think the movie itself was pretty good, pretty entertaining. The story arc's actually completed. The story was fairly solid. I think they covered all their bases. Acting was pretty good, and yeah. So I think that's really all there is to say about it, because I mean, it is a movie based on an anime. So, but for the most part, it's pretty funny. It's not bad. If you like GTO, you might be slightly disappointed, but you might enjoy it too. So it might just be worth a watch anyway. Yeah, so this is along the realm of if you've ever seen other things like Cromartie High. I mean, I think Cromartie is supposedly much more stupid because I've seen the anime, but not the movie. But I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one. So, all right. Also, another movie that I watched recently. I actually watched this one last night. It's called Poolhall Junkies, and the only big person that I knew in it, like I didn't know any of the other actors, but Christopher Walken is one of the characters. Not really a main character, but like a supporting character. And he's like in every other movie. So, but Pool Hall Junkies, I think it's actually based on a true story about these kids who like to play pool. Now, not just play pool, but they actually bet money. And it's actually pretty interesting because I think it gives you a slight glimpse into what the pool culture is like in some of these places. Oddly enough, I actually didn't listen to the commentary, but my friend that was showing it to us, he had watched it with the commentary on, and he told me a bunch of interesting facts. Alright, hold on, that's my phone. Anyway, sorry about that, I totally had to go get the phone. But anyway, so Pool Hall Junkies, just watching it with somebody who had watched the movie with the commentary already, and believe it or not, he tells me that every scene in the movie had some kind of interesting fact about it. So apparently this might be one of those films that might be worth it. That, and it's based on a true story. And it's kind of interesting because I'm not sure where the actual movie is supposed to take place, but apparently the film hall places were filmed in this place out in Salt Lake City or somewhere in Utah or something. So, and the big comment about that was there was so many black people in there, but they couldn't find a single black person in all of the city or whatever, so they had to call a bunch of people in. I thought that was amusing. But anyway, so the movie itself is fairly dramatic, kind of follows your normal like gambling slash mobster, but without the actual mob story arc. More like, gambling loan shark type plots. But anyway, the ending of this movie is ridiculously amazing. Like the twist that it takes is just so amazing. It's crazy. So anyway, definitely recommend. Poolhall Junkies was very good. Definitely recommend it. It's probably one of those must watches. If you even like gambling films at all, definitely have to watch it. If you like pool, you have to watch it. If you like movies that kind of seem independent but are actually very well done, definitely watch it. So, Poolhall Junkies. And then the last one I wanted to talk about was I Am Legend. So, I Am Legend is this thriller, suspense, horror, action movie where, if everybody saw the trailer, stars Will Smith, and he's supposedly the last man on Earth. Now, we eventually find out that, he's not the last man, but he's pretty much one of the last people on Earth because the entire world civilization has been taken over by some unknown virus that, takes them over, and they're kind of like zombie vampires because these creatures can't exist in the sun, so he can pretty much walk around in the daylight as much as he wants, and he's okay. However, at night it becomes very dangerous because that's when all the creatures come out to prowl. And anyway, it's actually very well done. I think it started out pretty slow, but they had to develop the routine that he was getting into. And apparently, like where he's in the story, he's lived 3 years by himself in this secure building in New York, and he sends out this radio message that says he'll be at the dock at noon every day. And basically, when we start watching the movie, a few of these random happenstance happenings happen. And anyway, it's ridiculous. It's very good, very well done, very tense, very emotional. Definitely makes you feel. If you're one of those people to easily cry, you'll probably cry. But and the ending I felt was pretty good, epic. And although I did have a qualm with like the last few lines, because basically as the events in the movie end, there's this short narration and a few scenes, and I didn't really like the actual dialogue or verbal lines that were spoken in the narration at the end. But other than that, movie's pretty solid. Definitely liked it a lot. And when that comes out on DVD, it'll probably be one of the big horror movies coming out in a while. Because I know 30 Days of... Oh, I forgot. I was going to review 30 Days of Night this week, so I'll probably do that in a little bit. Anyway, 30 Days of Night, and that comes out, I think, this week or next week. So, all right, anyway, you guys have a nice night. Enjoy the movies. All right.